Hello, Michael Fine, Zebra's Global RFID Product Manager, coming to you live from my basement today. Believe it or not, I'm standing right next to a chest freezer along with my ZQ521R printer, and I want to show you a Coldchain RFID tracking use case. Oftentimes in Coldchain use cases, we need to RFID label food products. Maybe they're frozen, maybe they're fresh. But we need to be able to label those cold products at cold temperatures, right? And that's a challenging thing to do. Not only does it require the printer to perform at those cold temperatures, we have to have adhesives that can adhere at cold temperatures. We have to have face stocks that we can print. The print head needs to warm up. The battery needs to perform, right? The silicon needs to perform. It's a very challenging RFID use case. But a growing one, right? And a space where I think we're going to see a lot of demand and a lot of growth in the coming years to track food. So an example I have today, so I have one of our ZQ521 printers. So this is a rugged mobile device. And inside of this, I have a Zebra Coldchain RFID label. So first, I'm just at ambient temperature right now. I'm going to show you when I print an RFID label. Out comes an RFID label. Can tear that off. Again, this is just at ambient temperature. So what I'm going to do next is stick this guy in the freezer. All right, here's my deep freeze. I'm going to stick this guy in here, and we'll come back in a little while. I think we'll let that sit for a half hour or so and get it nice and cold, and then I'll show you what happens. Hello, Michael Fine again, back in my basement. It's been about 45 minutes, and let's check in on our printer. So, hopefully you can see that. Open it up. I'm going to change cameras here quickly. I actually think I'm going to let this go a little bit further. So I put 3 of them on there. Still got a bunch of labels on the roll. Plenty of battery capacity on this guy. I'm gonna let this go for a little bit longer, and we'll let it get super frozen, and check in back with you in a little bit. Michael Fine back again in my basement. Gonna check in on my ZQ520R. It's now been sitting in my freezer for almost 2 hours, just under 2 hours, and we'll check in and see how it's doing. All right, let's see how it's doing. So now my thermometer is nice and cold, down to 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, the printer's been sitting, so almost 2 hours now. So it should be nice and frozen. And let's see how it does. So again, print a label. Print quality looks good. Let's check on adhesion. So again, this adhesive is designed for cold temperatures. So we should be able to just stick that directly on my pizza box. And we get nice, good adhesion.